Hello, beautiful soul. Thank you for being here. If you are new here, my name is Tibirica. Welcome to this walking meditation, a space to connect with nature and meditate about life. Let's go in this journey together. Whatever you are in your journey, this is a moment for connection and expansion. This is my morning walk. And I want to share with you some thoughts, some lessons that took me over 20 years to learn. And I hope they will support you on your own journey. Being nature for me is being home, and we are nature. And it's time to slow down, really, and be present to see all the details around, listen the sound of the birds, and just be. My mantra that I repeat every day: your breath is your medicine. Your breath is your meditation. During this journey, I invite you to breathe, slow down, and take a moment. Maybe you are in a busy day, doing many things, but this moment is for you to just be and walk with a friend. That's my intention, to share this moment and learn together what I learned in my path that I'm right now. Being a guide is allowed myself to discover every day a new path, but also learn how to embrace the feeling of get lost. And this is a big challenge, was a big challenge for me, and it's still teaching me so much. Because imagine you are here in the forest, or maybe you are walking right now and you go through a path that you've never been before. Are you gonna come back, or are you gonna still going to find something new, to discover something maybe can transform your life, create experience for yourself? And this is a picture for me of life. We are in a journey every single day, exploring, learning, finding different ways to see our reality. And if life becomes a hiking trail, which path are you right now? In a predictable one, always going to the same directions, talking to people, and you know how your day is going to look like. Or you are in a wild one, in a one that you get lost, but also you find different things every day. You learn, you explore, and there's nothing wrong with both of them. Both of them are important. But the wild one teaches you who you are. And I call the expansion path, because the comfort zone, the familiar one, you already know how to do what you do every day. But the wild is allowing you to discover more about yourself. And this is the big lesson, big teachings: how you face challenges, how you allowed yourself to transform during any situation. But also understand that the path is always free. And this is my first lesson. I had to learn every single day how to step out of my own way. And I really mean this, to start to create this journey and sharing with you these videos. I had to break a very long cycle of procrastinations and excuses that I create I'm not ready. I don't have the right microphone, and I don't speak a proper English. English is not my first language, and it took me many years to to be to feel comfortable to talk and express myself. But all this represents nothing when you fully trust that your path that you're going is the right one. And maybe you're also stuck in a path of procrastinations, of fear, and any other story that is blocking you to be your full potential. And that's what I learned, especially in this process right now, sharing with you the fear of rejection that I had in my life from childhood and all the stories create invisible boundary that I always trying to play safe and be in a place that I will feel like no one's gonna see me, no one's gonna judge me. But in the same way, I really wish to be seen, to be loved, to connect with people. And this internal battle in my unconscious, always saying like, don't go too far, don't expose yourself. And unconsciously, I start to create excuses, just excuses like, if you want to create something or start something, we always start from the same place, the first step. And I make my first step take so long to happen that I actually lost my faith in the process, my trust in myself. And if you are also going through this, is a second element that is the guilty. I start to feel guilty to not being living the life I want and to break the guilty, but also break the third one that was the shame, because the guilty and the shame, they really work together. It's almost like, yeah, I will make you feel guilty and shame for not doing what you're supposed to do. And after that, you're going to procrastinate and create more excuses for not doing. And there was a loop that got stuck for many years. Not in all points of my life. I really did a lot of work, many transformations, but some aspects of my life, I noticed I wasn't allowing myself to go beyond the familiar place, the comfort zone. And actually, I don't like the term comfort zone because it's not comfortable to feel unhappy. It's not. But it's a familiar place. I already know what is the risks, what is the pain. And that's something that make me reflect. The door of the prison is always open, at least in many places for me. Was no one locking me in the work that I didn't want to be, maybe with the friends also I had. They didn't give me support or didn't trust in my dreams back then, 10 years ago. I was working construction, very physical work, and environment super toxic. People that didn't have the opportunity to connect truly from their heart, and are always like bullying and anger, so much, yeah, fight for power and position around. But that environment really teach me so much. First, I was seeing how I react to all that, and seeing that I was protecting myself in a way. I will not let them shape my dreams or cutting away and shaping the way I want to live my life. And maybe you are in a space like this where people don't listen your dreams or just give you negative feedbacks. Whatever you do, they just look at you and say, you're not gonna make it. Why are you dreaming so much about this no sense, whatever they project on you, that's not your reality. And that's something that I learned. Sometimes all the manifestations, all the changes happens in a very slow process, almost baby steps. And when we share with people our excitement, our dream, our ideas, people can come straight away and just like, this is not going to work. And because you're not seeing the change happening straight away, you start to let their voices becoming your voice in your mind. And this is a very risk space to be, because people's beliefs are based on their life story, not on yours. And you start to live in the familiar place of your environment. And when people say you become the people that you spend time, the 5 people that you connect your life, what they actually say is your environment, your connections are shaping who you are. And to have a break, I had to have a break for the environment that I was to find my way out. But to do that, working a job that I barely get enough money to pay my bills, my rent, and eat. I have times that I had to eat with the homeless people because I didn't have enough money to buy food. And my dream was traveling the world, explore, learning a different language. I was 25 years old, and deep inside, in the past, I went through a very big depression. I didn't finish school. I was always the quiet person in the school because constantly moving from different places, cities, schools, never making deep friendships. And the insecurity, all the old negative beliefs in my head. I went through depression when I was a teenager, and all the things I had to shift and put them in the side and say, I'm not my past. My past doesn't define me. Why I say this is because whatever you are right now, your past doesn't define you, but the traumas that you went through, the pain, they are a path that you explored, and you can't just exclude, delete from your memory. And everything that you went through, I have something to say, becomes your superpower. Your traumas, your suffering, your pain, all those things becomes your superpower because you learn with them. They teach you. They give you a different way to see the world. But you need to know how to use this story and this power to transform you, not to block you. And that's where everything changes. Imagine right now your story, the challenges, the moments that you dream to achieve something maybe didn't happen the way you wish. All this shape your reality. What you're seeing right now around you, around your story, is not the reality, but it's the way you see the world. Is your vision, is the lenses that you put in front of your eyes that creates your perspective of life. And when I was 25, I was doing this work to remove this old belief. And I said to myself, I want to live my best life. And I will take the risk to take a path that I never did. And I quit my job. I didn't have much money actually. I had £1,000. Enough money. I paid my ticket. I flew to Europe and then to UK. And I arrived there, I think I was 26. No money actually to pay more than 1 month of rent. No English, no friends. And I start life from scratch, from zero, from beginning. But I have a very strong call to explore, to learn. And I did this so many times in my life to start everything again that I learned one lesson that I never start from beginning, because every experience that you actually show yourself that you can do it, that teachings always is going to stay with you. The teachings of growth, the teachings of expansion. Walking here in the forest, also people are moving around. There are some locals here, and funny enough, even bikes sometimes goes around. So this is my morning walk. Everything is welcome. All the moments that I felt that's a new beginning, part of me was saying to me, this is a new opportunity to create your life you want, to change the environment, to be close and closer to the life you want to live. And that's what I want to share with you. Maybe what you're waiting for is the first step. And what can you do today? What can I do today, right now, sharing this with you to direct my step, to direct my life, my energy in the direction that I want to go? Yeah, that's it. That's the whole magic. It is when you feel in your heart, and this is another very important lesson that I learned through this path. When you are in the space that you've never been, imagine like you are in a forest right now again, in a hiking trail. You've never been in this place. It's so beautiful, but also hides so many paths, so many possibilities, and you already start to see a bifurcation, different directions. Which one you're gonna choose? Who are you gonna ask for information? Maybe you don't have anyone. And this is the point when you connect what I call your inner guide. And you're always talking to your inner guide. Maybe you're not noticed. Some people call it intuition, but I prefer inner guide because he's always talking to me, seeing my steps, my path. But it's a gentle voice. He never forced me to do anything. Actually, he gives me all the options. And when I go to the direction, maybe opposite direction, maybe with decisions based on fear, it always goes wrong. Because the fear is a vibration that for me shows me very clear. It's surviving. I'm trying to survive from my fears. And that's why I was trying to hide, not be seen. And maybe it is a vibration now in your life that you can identify, that the voice that you listen right now may be judging you, stopping you to do what you want. And you see, that's not me. Why am not doing this? And I will tell you why. That's not your fault. But you listen the vibration of fear. You let these stories, this energy to tell you, I can't do this. I don't have enough money. I don't have enough resources. Or I don't know enough to talk about those things. And this vibration just want to make you believe is real, or other people come to you and create this energy and say, don't go there, it's too dangerous. If you go in this hiking, you're going to get lost. And let me tell you a story just recently. In this path that I am right now is a beautiful waterfall, but it's a very challenge hiking. And I've been dreaming to go there for so long, but every time I didn't have enough resources, water, food. I didn't know how to get there, my fear of getting lost. And one day I was with my partner and we decided, let's go. But like here today, I was just walking. I wasn't prepared. I didn't have bag with anything, food, anything. But we look at each other and say, well, I feel that's the time. And we did. And we start to go in the hiking trail. And the sensation of fear starts to come in my body saying, hey, what are you doing? You don't have enough water. You don't have enough food. And I say, I will be okay. Because today is the day I decide to do my first step, action, movement. And this is a lesson for your life. The movement creates transformation. And that's what happens. In the middle of the way, I start to see people. The moments that I felt a bit lost, I went through a different direction. But then I see that many people were also going through the place I was looking to go. And I find my way back. And I talk to them. And I share the journey with them. And also the big lesson. I share my story. I say, hey guys, I just jumped in this trail, hiking trail, and decide to do it today, but I don't have water, I don't have food. And guess what? People kindly support me. And they give me water, they give me food. Just think about life. How many times do you go in a journey that you don't have all the resources? The people doing the journey support you and give what you need. But you need to ask. And this is my big lesson in life. There are people willing to support. There are people kind and they love to support others. But the only way to receive from the universe, from others, for friends, for strangers, is communicating. Are you communicating your dreams, your desires? If you are, have you noticed that people care? I used to think no one cares, no one is going to helping me. But that's not true. When I moved to UK, I didn't speak any English, I didn't have any friends. And I find so many kind people that speak to me, give me directions, teachings, mentors, teachers, healers. And that's the big part of the transformation that I want to share with you. I had to go in this hiking of life and comparing the experience that I had. I went to the most beautiful waterfall. I had a magical day with my partner. And we come back and we look to each other and say, look, the fear stops us to live our dream in so many ways. Just be in the waterfall or just take a direction that feels scary, risky. And we moved together from UK to Brazil recently. And was the same feeling. Everyone is afraid. What are you going to do for working? What are you going to do with your life? Are you letting go everything that you built for years to be, again, starting from the beginning? But I have to say to you, sometimes you need to let it go. Something that you attached. Story, a safe space to allow yourself to go to the path of expansion. Which path are you right now? What is the last time that you allowed yourself to feel lost? And if you are feeling lost right now, do you understand that this means you are stepping in a path of growth, transformation? And if you feel stuck doing the same things, also, this is a great thing. It's telling you that what you did before is not working anymore and it's time to change. And this is the gift. Just think which action, which decision you need to take today, right now, to transform your life. Don't waste your life. Don't waste your time. That's what I learn. Every day I step out of my way. Where is the fear? Where is the I think I'm not going to be able to do? It's exactly where it is the growth. Just listen. Where is the fear? What's the fear talking to you right now? Or maybe it's being showing you a place that feels safe, that feels okay. You only can do this. That's not truth. Life is full of possibilities, infinite possibilities. Whatever you want to live in your life, you can. But takes courage to break the patterns, to transform. And if you are stuck in any pattern, a negative belief, remember your life is precious and really takes time to break a pattern. But the best way that I learn in my life is replacing a bad habit or addiction for something that creates space for good things. Walking, for example. This is a moment that I meditate, that I breathe fresh air, that I connect with my own rhythm. I don't need to thinking about anything. I just contemplate my thoughts come and go, and suddenly I realize, wow, I'm here in the present. I really encourage you, if you're not walking, if you don't have this practice, to have this practice, maybe listen these conversations that we have right now. And I really feel a conversation because I'm talking to you, but also I'm talking to myself. And I wish someone in the past talked to my inner child, to my version of myself that went through so much challenges, pain, fear, and say, hey, everything's gonna be good. Everything's gonna be okay. You don't need to be afraid. Don't let this story take over your heart, your passion, your love. And I'm saying to you right now, hey, everything's gonna be okay. I'm with you. Trust the process, trust the path, and just create space for a new reality. There's so many people willing to share the wisdom, the guidance, and seeing life as this journey. It's important to understand that you're gonna find guides in your life. And when you meet them, your heart, your intuition will say, hey, I want to go with you. I want to connect with you. Wherever you go, that's the path also that I want to share. And you know what? They will. Because life is a journey. And it's way more beautiful when we share this journey with others. You don't need to do this alone. You don't need to think people don't care about what you are experiencing, what you are living. People care. And I care. If you would like to share your story, if you like to share what you're going through, I feel in my heart that we are a soul tribe, all of us. We are all connected in this path. And that's why I do the work that I do, because I see the value supporting people, giving people guidance and company, presence in their dreams also supports me to go through my own journey, own dreams. And that's the gift. When I was a teenager, 18 years old, I went in one of the most dark places in my life through depression. And I didn't know how to ask for help, how to communicate with people what I was really going through. And I remember my shadow was silence. I was invisible. I was going through pain, agony, but I didn't know how to say, hey, I need help. And one day I tried to finish my life. I was ready to quit, to die. And a voice talked to me and said, hey, your life is precious. I felt like I want a second chance to live my best life, to be myself. And I went through this pain 2 times. When I lost my mother, I was a child, and she died for depression. And I died with her. My soul, I was guilty for not able to support her. I was too young, I was a child, 8 years old. But my mother was the most beautiful human being I ever met. So kind, so loving. And I learned about depression in the most painful way. Sometimes people are not able to share their pain, their path, the struggles, and the suffering in silence. And sometimes they're smiling, but they're crying inside. And I went through the same process. And when I experienced that in my soul, in my life, I learned how to forgive. I forgive her. I forgive myself, my inner child. And I make the decision to transform my life and support others. People that are going through the same pain, the same suffering. Maybe you know someone that's going through this and this person is not able to ask for help. Or maybe you're going through a moment. And this is a message for you. You are not alone. Your life is precious. You're not alone. And everything will pass, I'm telling you. Was years of challenging, pain, doubt. But when I let it go, that when I trust in my inner guide, in the fire, in the love, in the passion that I had inside me, I start to take a different path. I start to go fully alive, go into a different country, learn a different language, travel the world. Yes, 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 it's possible. You can live this. You can break any cycle. But again, you need to do the first step. What is the first step that you holding back in your life right now? Then you can do it today. That's my question for you. What is the first step? I invite you to feel it, to see you're doing, you're manifesting right now. It's yours. Breathe. Let the sensation travel your body. The sensation of manifestation, the sensation of transformation. The first step is the most important. No matter how far your journey is, and be kind and loving to yourself. That's your first step. Doesn't need to be perfect. What do you want to manifest, create in your life? It starts with the first step. Like now, I'm sharing with you something that took me years to open my heart and talk about my story, about my path. I have so much judgment and fear of judging first myself that my English wasn't good enough, so many limited beliefs to be here right now talking to you. But I have to say, these stories are not real. I had in my mind. I let them live there and become familiar places that I visit constantly. And maybe you have also these familiar stories that keep coming and say, hey, you can't do this. This is impossible. But this is not real. I'm telling you, that's not real. Whatever you want to create and live in your life, you can. But it takes time. And this is why be patient and learn how to have resilience is so important. When I first arrived in UK, I didn't speak any English. I had no money, no friends. I had to do so many different works to survive. And I had a dream to live from connections, to help people, to transform lives. But I started to see myself first in a process of learning, receiving healing from the teachers that I met, from the people, the guides that came to my life. And then all the transformation start to happen because first you need to receive. And this is one of the biggest lessons in my life. Are you allowing yourself to receive? And receive is a big part of the journey of transformation. Only when you receive, you are able to give from a place of abundance, not from a place of scarcity. If you take in your vital energy and give away, what is left for you? It's important to recharge and be doing the things that are nourishing your soul. These are the path to be first and yourself, and then able to share with others. And this is an invitation. What is the things that you can do today to first nourishing yourself? Maybe walking with nature, in nature. Maybe meditate, stop, slow down and have a break. Can be anything. And suddenly you're gonna see the magic happening. Where you place your attention is where your energy flows. I have a question for you. Where you been placing your attention, your energy, your time? Recently I realized that I was spending way more time consuming other people's lives, stories, scrolling on Instagram. And I was going in a cycle of feeling guilty, of feeling blocked, and comparing myself to others and feeling I'm not good enough. Someone in their 20s already became millionaire. They have success. They achieve so many things in life. I'm ready to quit. I've been working so much and nothing's happening. But these stories, these things just start to become very clear for me. I was putting my attention and my energy in the things no longer serve me. Thinking about you, are you being consuming or are you being creating? Being a creator, someone that manifests things, is a process of letting go the stories, letting go the attachment of what the other people think, to consuming instead. Stop consuming and instead start doing. I don't know what you want to do in your life, in your path, but whatever is your passion, it's today the day to create, to share. It's in the moment that you decide. It's right now. Nothing is stopping me. And I had this feeling I don't know enough. I need to learn. I need to see the new technique, what is changing. Social media is always changing. And I need to do this, I need to do that. Learning so much. And the most important thing that was making the video, share my ideas. This thing was just like, no, I'm not ready. I'm not ready. And I let these ideas to just taking the sense of action. But actually, I was procrastinating. And this is something that I want to share with you. The biggest movement in your life is the one that you decide to do, the simple one, but it's taking you to the place of action. We can't learn how to swim watching videos. You need to jump in the sea or in the swimming pool and go and practice and try. This is a call for action. This is a call for transformation. Whatever you are in your path, if you are in a work 9 to 5 and you don't have much time, just find 1 hour, half an hour in your day to put your time and energy, focus in the things that really matter for you. And this is the secret, the transformation. For so long, I allowed things to distract my energy, myself, for the things that I really want to do. Don't waste your life. Don't waste your time. If you really want to live and experience something, do it today, right now. After this video, just let this happen in your life. A small step, but in the direction that you want, is more important than fly in high speed for the opposite direction, for the wrong direction. The direction is more important than the speed. Remember this. Go slow but steady. Keep your rhythm, and you're gonna see the transformation you happens in your life. And I find my way out of that system to start to work with incredible people around the world, helping artists, musicians, creative people, and even people in finance. I was feeling like, wow, how this happens in my life. To be a completely invisible person, to be living a life, to guiding people to manifest their dreams. And the only thing that I had in my life was the experiences, to the journey. I didn't have any fancy university or certificate on my wall saying, hey guys, come to me. No, just the feeling, just the presence that this is the real thing in life. Your life experience is your most powerful and important thing. This is the number one ability and skill for this new time that is happening right now. Do you know this? Your ability to adapt, your ability to learn, your ability to connect with other humans. This is your highest power today, because all the rest are changing so fast that you're going to realize that humans want to connect with humans. And all this intelligence will take the other side, programming, creating, selling. But the real human connection is here, happening right now. You listen to a human, and another human is listening to other human, supporting, feeling. And this is the real connection. We are a tribe. Doesn't matter how advanced AI will be, we will still want to connect with another human. And your life matters. Imagine who you want to guide you through your life journey. A robot, a coach robot, or a human that experience the same feelings in the same journey and listen you with empathy that understands what you're going through. That's the moment. And this revolution happens when we allow ourselves to be, to understand that your story matters, to who you are. Don't get too attached to the things that don't matter. I want to invite you to write the story of your life in a paper and understand how many lessons, how many things you went through to be where you are today, and understand how powerful you are, how much growth, transformation you experience in your life, and understand that you have the tools to build, to create the life that you want, to see the future not as a distant place, but as a familiar place. And this is what I learned through my process when I was working in a job that I didn't like, when I was in a space that was just surviving, not having money to buy food, fighting to pay my rent, to not live in the street. I realized I had a clear vision of the future. I knew that moment was a passage. That moment was training me. And when I say to you, your trauma, your pain is your superpower, because everything they went through, the hard things, the difficult moments, they are shaping you to be your best. If you are going through a hard moment today, remember you have the tools to create the life you want. But you need to do the first steps, taking the action, the movement. Can be a simple thing, but you're gonna feel the transformation happens in your life. It takes time. I'm not here to promise. Sometimes people promise 3 weeks and you're gonna go and manifest millions, have millions followers, or have whatever you want. Life moves in a different speed. Nature has their own time. Just see the seasons. You have the winter, you have the summer, autumn, and each season respects their own journey and transformation. Understand this is understand that life has a flow, and if you rush and jump the seasons, you're gonna miss so much beauty, so much magic. Don't you worry if you feel you are now in the winter in a dark place. We'll pass. But what are you planting now? What's the seeds that you put in the soil that will make your summer, your spring abundant, full of flowers and fruits? Your actions today, they have the power to transform the next season of your life. And I'm here to support you on this process. Whatever you want to create, the first thing you need to do is have clarity and walk to the direction you want. Connect with your inner guide and he'll tell you. You know this is what you need to do. But are you ready to do it? Are you ready to break the patterns, the stories the limited beliefs, to step out of the comfort zone, the familiar zone, and go to the expansion. Sometimes it takes years to make the decisions that has the power to transform our life completely, but just seconds to take the action. Everything starts from the first step. Whatever is your dream, the path that you want to go and create, everything, no matter how big it is, the first step is the most important. And I have a great news for you. You don't need to walk this path alone. I'm offering guidance sessions and I'll be honored to support you on your journey. If you resonate with this work, I have a gift for you, a free session that we can connect and I can understand more about your journey, your dreams, and the things you want to manifest. And if you feel that's the right path that you want to go, you'll be honored to support you on your journey and help you to manifest and enjoy and create the best life. I do have limited spaces, but infinite passion for this work, and I'm here. If you'd like to connect, send me a message and let's create magic together. And remember, your breath is your medicine.